I'm reporter Meg Bond. I'm here with Lydia Johnson, the owner of Buxton Chiropractic, Glossop and High Peak Business of the Year 2025, winner for Health and Business of the Year. Wow, that's incredible. Tell me about the process of how you won the award, from filling out the actual application to hearing that you actually won.
Oh, thanks for having me today. It's very surreal. It was a good friend of mine who is actually an Olympic weightlifter and has been a client of mine for many years. He got in touch with me and said, have you heard about this award? And I said straight away, I wouldn't know what to say and I wouldn't win it. And he immediately got back to me with a structure of an application. So he knew that although I love talking to people and I'm really passionate about what I do, trying to get words down onto paper, having dyslexia and some neurodiversity in me was going to be a challenge. And he was fantastic. He wrote it all down for me. He had a chat to me, so he was editing it while I was chatting, and talked to me about why I love it and my passion and who I help and why I do it. And then I sent the application in and didn't think anything more about it, because I know how many fantastic businesses there are in the area. And then to hear that I've been sort of, selected and things like that. Again, I was really, really proud of myself for putting that application in and for being selected. But then to actually hear that I've won it, wow. Because I do what I do for, my community and the people I work with. But actually to have that moment of stepping back and thinking, crikey, all that work and all that drive, to be recognised for it is absolutely amazing. So I'm really grateful.
That's beautiful. And I'm guessing you couldn't attend the evening to actually accept the award?
I couldn't, no, and I was really sad about that, because it would have been a wonderful moment as well for my team to actually be acknowledged, and my family and things like that, because I couldn't do what I do now without the amazing support system around me. So it would have been wonderful to be there, and I was so grateful when we got the glass plaque to and that made it feel really real to actually get the award, receive it was amazing. And being here today, to be able to publicly thank everyone. Like I say, I couldn't do it without the support and even the building of the business. I don't see it as a business. I'm just doing something that I love, but without people recommending me and putting their name on me, putting their trust in me that I will look after the people that they've referred to me, I wouldn't be here today. So yeah.
And how have you celebrated?
Oh, that's a very good question. I'm not actually good at celebrating my successes and wins, even though I tell other people to. So I tend to be like, right, I've done that now. What's the next thing I'm going to do? So yeah, I'm working on that. That's a great question.
I don't know if you've heard the comments from the judges, but I'll read out a few of them. So the judges were impressed with the commitment shown to the well-being of Buxton's residents, in particular its elderly individuals, with a mission to believe that health is the cornerstone of the thriving community. The clinic helps individuals of all ages, from pregnancy babies and beyond, to live healthier, more active lives through professional chiropractic care. Can you tell me in a bit more detail the impact that you and Buxton Chiropractic have on the local community?
Yeah, so I think we, no matter our age, we all go through that process where we've had an injury or just our health has slowly declined, and it's just easy to blame it on age. And I tend to bring quite a lot of humour into what I do. And my first little joke is, well, your right knee's the same age as your left knee, so maybe we could get it working better, and things like that. And just kind of opening up the possibility in people. I think the greatest achievement is bringing that hope back for people. I had a chap that came in to see me a couple of months ago about neck pain, and so we've been working on that. He's a golfer, and he came in one day and he's like, "I've got something to tell you." He's like, I've put my socks on easily. And he said, it's been 15 years since I've done that. And I didn't come to see you about putting my socks on. He said, but I just can't believe it. It's like, I feel like a new man, you know. And we have a lot of, we have a chap that is alongside the community, has renewed a bowling green and make it into a croquet club, because it's a really good way of, like, for seniors to keep active or people recovering from injury. And so by me helping him, he's going out helping the community, and it's that ripple effect that I think, you know, people don't believe that they're that important. But if I look after a grandparent, for instance, and they can, you know, enjoy their grandchildren more, or they can go and do something they've never done before, that's what I love hearing, you know. And I'm really lucky that we do celebrate quite a lot of wins in the office, so now I've got to learn to do that too.
So tell me about your team.
So we have a wonderful chiropractic assistant that works with us, Diane. She's just got a wealth of knowledge and experience, and she's so wonderful at welcoming people in. And by the time I see them, they're already, their nervous systems are settled, they're just in a really happy place. I do believe our clinic is like a sanctuary. You know, it's an opportunity just to dump whatever's happening in your life at the front door, come and be looked after, and you know, you can collect it on the way out if you want to, but you know, hopefully things have changed by then. We have a big emphasis on eat well, move well, think well, and we also understand that change takes time. And it can be daunting, and there's so much health information out there. Sometimes it's overwhelming and we just don't know where to start. So we always start with just little things like, what can we do? And, you know, it's not about perfection, it's about progress, and everything you can do to help yourself gets you forwards to your goals, really.
That's lovely. And I have to ask, did you have a speech prepared just in case of the win? Do you have one that now that you could do?
Ooh, I think if I'd been stood there, I feel a bit emotional now. I would have definitely thanked my parents. My dad is somebody that's recovered from so many injuries, unbelievably. We do have a family joke that he's had his last rites said to him so many times. He's a bit of an adrenaline seeker, and to see him heal over time so many times was the reason that I got into chiropractic. And I was really intrigued about, you know, not sick care but health care. How do we move people back to health and vitality? And then my mum has been absolutely amazing in helping me with my education. She did her GCSEs at the same time as me, to really push me in my education, and supported me throughout my whole university. I'm very good at what I do because I love it so much, but I wasn't very good at passing exams. So she was always there with my little cue cards and drilling me before every exam. So yeah, I don't think I'd be here today without her. And like I say, my community, like Adam getting in touch with me and saying, look, I think you should do this. I think you should put yourself out there, because you've helped so many people. I really feel like my success is a team effort around the people, and for the business awards to, to pick me out of the hat and, and to choose me it was really humbling. Like I say, there's so many great businesses in the area, and I think where we live is very community focused. Across Tameside, Glossop, the High Peak. Like, I love living in this area because the community is fantastic. And, it's a real honour for them to choose me. I think sometimes, especially with sports and health, and the seniors are kind of left out of the equation. And that's where my passion is. Because I've seen it so many times where people have had an injury and then they have to say, no, I can't do this and I can't do that. And you just see their world shrinking through no fault of their own. And to see that reverse, like I say, being able to pick your grandchild up, start a new hobby, sleep better, all those things. Just being able to say, yes, I can do that with my friends or my family. And it's an absolute privilege to see people doing that.
That Buxton Chiropractic offers special services. I think it's free screenings, isn't it?
Yeah, we do a lot. So we tend to be out in the community quite a bit. So I was at a wellbeing fair in Chapel Town Hall a couple of weeks ago. We'll be at the spring fair. We've sponsored Hannah Schofield at Chapel Golf Club. She's doing amazingly well, so we're helping to pay for her to go to competitions and things like that. It's really about that giving to each other, and so often you'll find me out and about with my iPad checking people's postures and just giving some free advice. I know it's amazing.
Your posture's terrible.
Well, I'm looking at
my clinic.
Yeah, that's it. But people, I think it's a way of people coming to speak to me. They wouldn't necessarily, things are not bad enough for them to, or they don't think they can be helped, so they wouldn't book an appointment, but just coming over and having a chat. And sometimes I could just resolve it with a bit of advice, but they might go on and tell other people, oh, they've spoken to Lydia and she helped me. And I want to be well known in the community for somebody that cares and somebody that will do their very best for them.
It seems like that's portrayed. Finally, I have to ask, what's the plan next? What's the next steps?
So I'm sponsoring a chiropractic student at the moment. So he's actually going through chiropractic university, and he's becoming a masseur. So so he's going to come and work with me as a masseur and build up his skills, and again come out to community events with us. And then he, obviously when he qualifies, he'll be a chiropractor as well. So we're advertising for massage therapists at the moment, and I would love to run retreats. So I can't believe I'm saying this out loud, because I know somebody will hold me accountable for my hopes and dreams. But I'd love to be able to run retreats for people, to have that sanctuary, whether it's, a couple of hours, a mini retreat or a weekend. But often we get stuck in the busyness. So I'd really like to create the opportunity for people to take a couple of days out of their life and work on their well-being. So that's a big dream and a big leap. But yeah, I'm saying it out loud.
Well, good luck to you. Thank you so much for your time.